My guess, if you are finding this video, is because there's something about the way you're preparing for birth that just isn't cutting it. Like, just something feels like it's missing. And I'm here to tell you why I think you're feeling that way. And it's because most birth preparation is designed to suit a generic average audience. It's like designed to suit the masses. But you are not a generic average woman. And so there is a disconnect in what you're doing with what you want to be feeling. Hey, I'm Cara. I'm a mom and a certified nurse midwife. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the problem with a one size fits all approach to birth preparation. So, the majority of classes and books and free downloads, they are built for the average. And that completely misses that women are all wired differently. How we learn, how we have an experience or don't of anxiety, how we manage that anxiety, how we relate to our bodies, our own past personal histories, and what makes us feel safe. And when we take a generic kind of one size fits all approach, it often creates more anxiety, not less. Now, it was kind of hard for me to think of a specific example of this because I've seen it so much. Like it's like happens all the time. People are like, but like I did all the things. Like I took the class at the hospital and I read that book that everybody reads and I just don't know why. I just still didn't feel ready. I just didn't feel like myself. Like something just wasn't landing. And the best example I can give of this, and I think I shared this in another video, but just in case you haven't seen it yet, I'll give you a little summary here, is there was a woman that I worked with. I was with her for a lot of her labor. And what I saw in her was that she did all of the preparation, like checked all the boxes of the visual preparation. Her space nailed it when it came to aesthetics, which I am not poo pooing aesthetics. I am definitely somebody like I need my space to be beautiful and to feel a certain way for me to feel safe. So if that's you too, I totally get it. And I'm not like, oh, it was just like this a shallow aesthetic thing. Not at all. It's just that she maybe, my guess is that she was just preparing simply from a visual standpoint. Like if it looks right, then it will feel right. And that clearly for her missed a big underlying piece because she had all the beautiful low lighting, she had the essential oils and the songs and like the right robe and the pillow. But clearly, when I looked at this woman and as I worked with her, something was missing in her kinesthetic, like in her body, her somatic preparation. Like it hadn't happened. And maybe there had been something that happened. I didn't see it, but it hadn't happened to the point that I think it needed to happen because at every turn, there was that need to control. There was that like, but wait, I'm not ready to do that. And it was like this, she was like holding herself up and out of the literal very process of labor. And that, as you may guess, like it held things up physically because had done all this preparation here in the prefrontal cortex, thinking part of her brain, but not here. And she had done a ton of preparation on the visuals, but not on like the kinesthetic lived experience. Like it didn't seem like there was any physical, like landed sense of safety in her body. So there was a mismatch between how she prepared and how she needed to prepare. So I want to introduce to you now the archetypes. These are the birth preparation style archetypes. There are 6 of them, and encapsulating them in this way is to help you understand what kind of preparation is best going to serve you. And I am going to consult my notes because I don't want to miss one or get them confused. So it's the visionary, the warrior, the scholar, the feeler, and the nurturer. And I'll tell you a little bit about each one of these now. So the visionary is through vibes. Like you're going to feel a yes or a no. You're very energy and vibe oriented. The warrior, you are somebody who will master best through self-study. You get the instruction or you get the course and you're like, okay, stop talking, say less. I'm diving in. Like very disciplined, very self-motivated, and you can guide yourself through with little additional direction. The scholar, information for you is going to be the thing that makes you feel safe. So you're really going to love those parts that talk about the phases and help you intellectually understand the process. Where it can be a little bit of a downfall for you is you may tend to only look at information and skip the embodiment and the intuition pieces, which are also really essential. But it will be a really important part for you. Information will help you feel the most steady and ready. And so something like a course, but also bringing in that personalized guidance and feedback is because that's more information, right? So that's going to be your jam. The feeler and the nurturer, these are kind of similar. The feeler is going to crave one-to-one. You're like, I want to talk it out. I want to step by step. I want you there with me. I want to give you the updates. And the nurturer is kind of similar in that way. Like you're going to be one who's like, I'm obsessed with my midwife. Like I love my team. And you will want that nurturing and nourishment wherever you can get it. You're like, I want it in the snacks, I want it in the fabrics, I want it in the information in the course, but I also want it in like talking things out with you. And I want the meditations and I want the sleep hypnosis. And you're going to thrive like the nurturer will with one-on-one or with small group container or like a community container aspect to your preparation. Even if it's one-on-one or if it's like one or two or three, or like you're doing something that a friend is also doing it, like you're kind of like both doing it one-on-one but driving down the highway at the same time with it, that's what's going to make you feel ready and steady. So I made this little quiz, and this is a lot of depth into this. It's not just like a fun BuzzFeed quiz to help distract yourself from folding laundry, but it might do that too. So if you're seeing this around May or sometime like, I don't know, May, summer 2026, then know that this is a new quiz. So when you know your birth prep style archetype, this helps you prepare in a way that actually feels really aligned and helps you feel ready and helps you feel steady, helps you feel less anxious, not more. It also helps you understand how to talk to your partner, speak up for what you need, get rid of the noise that's not helping. The two layers that I put into this quiz, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, is neurolinguistic programming, which is how your brain connects with your language and your behavior patterns, and the zodiac. The quiz is 10 questions. It takes about 3 minutes. And at the end, you will have an understanding of exactly what kind of preparation is going to best serve and support you through this transformational season of your life so that it can be as positive and empowering as possible for you and your family. Whether that is working self-study or working with me one-on-one. There's a couple ways to do that. Mother birth is, of course, you could do on your own. Probably the warriors are going to feel best with that option. Or you could do the 8-week container, which is working one-on-one with me. Or you could go for the whole shebang and do the 8-week container with me one-on-one, and then continue for the next 4 to 5 months until the time you deliver, depending how far along you are when we find each other. Would also love to invite you to please let me know in the comments if you take this quiz and you're like, that was amazing. I feel so much clearer on what I need to do. And thanks for the next steps. Or, Cara, that was terrible. This quiz is useless. I also really, truly want to know that. Like, I make these things for you guys and I do my very best based on all the things I know and have seen. But the true test of whether it is helpful is what you tell me, like your experience of it. So if you can please comment and let me know, be kind if it wasn't your favorite, but I really truly want to know how you found this, if and it was helpful. So do that. Thank you for doing that. Subscribe and share if you found this video helpful, and take really good care. I'll see you next time.